religion is just projection. I remember being young, maybe on the playground or in the sandbox or something like that, and getting in a verbal dust up with another child. Maybe they stole my shovel in the sandbox or jumped in line on the slide, kicked me off a swing or something like that. And we'd start jawing back and forth and getting in a verbal dust up of all sorts. And inevitably, it'd always come back to my daddy's better than your daddy, and my daddy will kick your daddy's butt, and just starting to build this character of our dads up on the playground to be these extra human creatures of just tremendous strength and to be able to form physical feats that would be undescribable. You know, if he said his dad could pick up a refrigerator, my dad could pick up a car and throw it across the street and just back and forth with each other. And it reminds me a lot of Christians and their description of their God. This omnipotent, all knowing, all loving, all caring, just beautiful deity, yet full of justice and love and benevolency, yet figures that it's fine to punish people for eternity because they won't bow their knee to him and acknowledge his lord and rule over all the earth and his hand in all the creation of everything. This God that is so loving and caring about his human creation that he's willing to help someone get into a parking spot at the grocery store but won't help this starving child over here or this other person that's suffering from this tremendous disease. This God that just has this Jekyll and Hyde personality that just kind of picks and chooses what he wants and deems what's great for everyone else. And these simple little things are going to be miracles. I'm going to bless this family with all these riches while all these hundreds of families are going to just be destitute and in absolute poverty. This God is a projection of what they want themselves to be, how they wish people would see them in this world as this powerful, all knowing, all correct, never wrong, always justified identity, deity in this case of this God. And it made me realize that more and more that I look at this God and see the descriptions of how they describe him and what he is and what I remember being taught about it, it's more of these just ideologies that this man would want upon himself to be this abject ruler with utter and absolute power and control that everyone would respect and admire, and those that didn't would fall down before him in absolute fear and terror. This God is created in man's image. It's the ideal of what man wants. It's the ideal that makes man right. It's something that they created so that they could always be right and lord that over other people. To justify their nefarious deeds, to say that this God is calling them to do this act upon all these people over here because it's good to cleanse us of the earth. It's awful and evil and sinful, and we don't need it in the world anymore. So we're justified in being abhorrent in our behavior in doing this. If this God looks more and more like man every day and acts like men act in this world today, then that God was created by man and not the other way around.